Hello people and welcome back to Ebondrake Lair. So I just recently recorded an F8 party which I think is able to finish this dungeon fairly quick, so I just joined them and yeah, they were pretty much a little bit overgeared and it got to a smooth run. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you this and go quickly over the most of the mechanics and give you some tips about this. So at the start, someone just deceived what they get him back. So yeah, some of them were maybe pre-made. I don't know. Yeah, at first you see these blue circles. If you run into them, you will get frozen and some monsters will spawn. What you want to do, you can jump over them, iframe them or something. Or what I'm doing here, I'm taking them for my iframe to speed myself up and go into stealth. Yeah. Here what you want to do is just taunt with your cat so you can actually get the aggro from the monsters and stealth yourself to go through them as smooth as possible. In hard mode they actually do a lot of damage, these monsters. So you want to make sure you survive those easily and they will actually CC you fairly often, so be sure to iframe and you should probably put 20 points into defense. Yeah. So you have to clear those four monsters before the entrance, and the door opens here. And here if you engage one of those monsters, actually the whole room will attack you. So what I waited here for was my cat, so I can actually send it here. Yeah, and there we go. Just taunted, because the blue wall will actually CC you if it hits you. It has an AoE, so be sure to iframe that or just CC the monster, yeah, whatever. Yeah, then just clear the room. If you have cleared it, then after like 20 sec or 15 seconds, two mini bosses will spawn, which you have to kill at the same time, preferably. Otherwise, they will revive each other. And when they get CCable, you should CC them because they will heal each other if you don't. Those are two soul fighters, so yeah. And if you wait too long, they will actually also be able to do quite a lot of damage if they activate their Frost Storm. So yeah. Yeah, you see me switching to 60-20 here because I nearly died also. So yeah, we just have to wait for the Warlock here, and yeah, and we just rewind some bit. Okay. Yeah, not much. Just try to AoE them if you can, and then you're fine. Those are not really that hard. If you have a good party, obviously, yeah. Then here for next, you want to glide down and go into that little hole there on the right side. And then kill the snake pretty fast and get the lever. This will actually make the whole room a death zone, which also is gonna kill players. So if someone's gliding down there, they will die if this fire is activated. So be sure to wait for your allies, and for the allies who glide down, they should actually, if they die into the air, they have to use a resurrection charm, because you can't revive them into the air. Yeah, so you either drop down and die on the ground, or you use a revival charm. Or press 4 and someone has to make a portal then, if you don't want to wait for them running the whole way to the first boss. Or there actually are some points in which you don't get killed by the fire, but yeah, just don't die. What you also can do, you can kill the fat mob in the like in the bottom zone. This will actually open the door as well, so you can just kill him. This is at some point this is just faster than waiting. So Annoyed just wrote in chat that he will be 0, and Uta will be 1. So he's gonna make the poison carrier, and I will be bomb 2. And Uta, or number 6, will be the first bomb. This means the boss will jump to the middle at 90, 60 and 30%. After he jumped to the middle, he will grab the furthest, which will be Annoyed, and then he will give them buff. No, not the buff, like they will mark them. And then throw 3 AoEs, like you see him getting marked right now. You should press retreat or something to get out, so he does the pools. You wanna iframe that or just get them away from the melees. Now the furthest will get the bomb thrown at, and the bomb, like the poison carrier has to get to the bomb or the other way around. Like mostly you wanna have the poison carrier stand under the boss so you can grab afterwards. Yeah, then the poison carrier has to get grabbed, and then you have to CC it. Like you wanna start with stun, KD and stun, or you can also go with KD, stun, KD, whatever you prefer. But it's easier to do stun, KD, stun, whatever. Yeah, then 3 AoEs, you wanna iframe those, and now the 60% phase starts. We over DPS'd a little bit, but he won't skip the phases. So now we have actually 2 bombs. So Annoyed got grabbed, and I will take bomb 1, because I'm the furthest right now, and he's gonna die anyway soon, so it doesn't really matter. Like at the 30% phase he would actually do 3 bombs, and the third bomb would be right after the second one. So yeah, if you don't have a lot of DPS, you have to make sure that you know the mechanics. If you do one mistake here, you're gonna wipe. But it's really not that hard. Poison carrier can do a lot to make this work. So yeah. Because the poison carrier gets like a poison, and the bomb will refresh this debuff buff, which if you don't refresh it, you will instantly wipe because it will explode. And if the poison carrier doesn't get grabbed, the snake won't get this debuff or buff, whatever it is. Yeah. And then you're gonna wipe as well. In normal mode, it will just heal a little bit and get stronger. That's at least what the chat says. So yeah. But in normal mode, you only have at maximum 2 bombs, which is at the last phase, I think. I'm not quite sure. Normal mode is no. It doesn't have this third bomb at the last phase. Yeah, that's I think how it is. But yeah, normal mode is anyway super easy. You don't wipe at all. That's what makes all those dungeons brain dead. So yeah, here you just have to clear those 4 rooms. And then you don't forget to talk with Zoha, or you won't get the quest completed. And then for this harpy, you wanna have a melee tank. It doesn't matter if you're ranged or something, just go melee. Because if you go ranged, she will actually throw a projectile, which is not a projectile. You can't block it with any projectile resist like Petal Storm or the I don't know, whatever Force Master has or something. So yeah, you can only iframe that. So yeah, be sure to have a range tank. And yeah, you have to retreat and then SS back to get out of this AoE. If you get touched by this, by the suction, you will get one stack and you will start dancing for 10 seconds. If you saw at the end she will get a heart over her head, then she will throw projectiles at you, which you can resist with Petal Storm if you have up, or with any projectile resist or iframe. If you fail to do that and you actually have one stack already, you die at one stacks instantly. So yeah, make sure to preferably don't get hit by everything there. It's like really easy. If she pulls you, you just use your retreat skill, or in my case the 2, whatever, and then you use SS to get completely out of range. Yeah, no problem. And here you just have to clear all those 4 camps at 12, 3, 6 and 9 o'clock, and then we're going to the last boss. For the last boss you actually need, if you want the advanced method, you take 4 people into SS and 1 tank, preferably, because it's way easier if you have a tank, and the tank should just always stay outside. So yeah, the phases start here at, or let me lie, at 80%, 55 and 30%, if I'm not mistaken. So I will actually go as second into soul separation, and then we're gonna see. Like at 80% he will jump to the middle, and then he will soul separate the furthest. Oh no, I'm going at first. Oh no, this is actually the first one where we make a mistake, where the Force Master was the furthest, so he got into soul separation alone. And that's why it's an instant wipe, because he can't do 4 KDs on his own. And you actually need 4 KDs inside. That's why I instantly escaped there. So yeah, if you get soul separated, those should be at least 2 people always, and those have to clear the 4 monsters inside, and then kill the Markan. It's called Markan, but it is Sarkhan. Has the same attack rotation and everything. It's like really cancer. And then you get a buff which prevents you from getting lifted inside the soul separation, which you need to be able to KD the boss. So it's not a wipe. If you fail to do so, it's a wipe. And if the boss absorbs three of the balls that the outside has to block, it's a wipe too. Like the monsters inside will have a ball over their head, and if you kill them, you have to jump over the shockwave in the inside, and on the outside you have to block those balls, which slowly float towards the boss. But yeah, you will see this. I will show you. And for the tank, you should try to keep it as still as possible, because the boss attacks will hit the inside as well as the outside. And if you get if you get hit, you will always get a stack. And if you get 5 stacks, you will get rooted in place for 5 seconds and will get massive damage. So here we are in soul separation, because and you have to keep moving here, because the boss throws, I think, 5 projectiles at players, and those will knock you down and deal also a lot of damage. So here, jump over the shockwave and then the Markan. You want to wait a little bit until you see the debuff here. That's, and you want to wait a little bit until it gets like 30 seconds or so, because the buff you get from the Markan only lasts 15 seconds, and in that time you have to KD. So now you KD, and now 5 hit AoE, which you want to iframe, and now 55%. Next phase, he soul separates the furthest ones and everyone near him. Like, he will throw the soul separation on the furthest one and soul separate up until 3 people near this guy. So yeah, here you want to block those balls so the boss doesn't get stacks, and you are good to go. Here you want to stun at 55%. The outside want to actually stun to prevent the boss to pull everyone towards the boss, so the inside people won't get disturbed. But you don't want to grab the boss right there, because this will actually delay the time for the KD. So the inside doesn't really know when to kill the Markan, and the buff will run probably out, and then so at 30% he will separate the last guy, which can be everyone, because you just have to kill all the ads in the inside and then block the orbs on the outside, and there is no Markan on the inside. So everyone can KD at the end, and you should be, because otherwise you don't wipe, but you will kill everyone inside the soul separation. This takes longer, and then after you're done with the KD, he will start doing more, so separating more people. And you have actually a debuff of the soul separation buff, which will prevent you to go inside again for the single. Like, you see, this is the debuff I was talking about, and if you have that and you would actually get soul separated, you would instantly die. Yeah, so. But yeah, I think that's about it. This boss needs a lot of coordination and team play, but it's not really that hard. You have to be when you are inside, you have to make sure you, as a summoner at least, you have the cat on your boss. Like, after you kill Markan, you will get rooted, so you have to SS or break the root, and then you have to get your cat on the boss. So you, and be careful not to stun the boss. Like, you actually have to KD him right there. So yeah, but that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you soon. Goodbye.